don't have to clean your room when you're on vacation.
Most of all, I'm scared of walking out of this room and never feeling the rest of my whole life the way I feel when I'm with you.
This is a Black and Mild, for the record.
I like how that's better. Do you inhale those?
No, I do not.
You don't inhale. Do people inhale the Black and Mild? Is that a thing?
No, but
it's a cigar. Well, it's like a cigarello, right? Or what?
It's a cigar.
Okay.
But it's like a cigarello. It just has a tip on it, and some people that I know, like, will sometimes take the tobacco out, put some weed in it, and that's when we inhale it.
And put the tip back on it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. So it's boss shit, man.
Do you mix it in and make like a little, like...
I know a guy who, he'll do the tip of just straight weed, and then it'll just flow into pipe tobacco.
Interesting.
Or sometimes he'll mix it up, too. So, yeah.
Interesting.
It can go either way.
Yeah, Black and Milds were... Like, for us growing up, it was fucking... what are those shitty little clove cigarettes?
Oh.
That was like the skate park, like, not just a cigarette
I don't mind
thing.
cloves, though. I like cloves.
I can't. I just like regular fucking harsh American cigarettes.
Well, the thing with cloves that, like, my friend, I guess he went on, like, some summer, he just went on a fucking artsy fartsy sort of deal. He only drink wine. He only fucking smoke cloves.
I love when people do that.
Yeah, I'm like, so what is it? And he was like, it's a cigarette, but it's like, it's got like, like herbs.
And I don't even know.
And it smelled funny. It smelled funny, and I tasted it. I'm like, it's not bad.
They're also like $80 a pack or something.
Oh,
shit,
God.
Dude. I mean, they're obviously not.
I bought one,
but
I bought one pack, right? I think the pack cost me like $10.
Sorry, let me let her out real quick.
Oh, yeah, she's trying to.
I told you.
She's trying to get with her folk, man.
Get out there, bitch.
She's trying to get with gang.
I like to call my cat names.
I call
say anything back,
Yeah, I call my cat Bella slut all the time.
Oh yeah, it's best when you like shame them a little bit. Yeah.
I'm like, you little bitch, you're a fucking slut. Just go out there and get gang banged by a whole bunch of fucking alley cats. I don't care. But she's still sweet. I just dog her.
Welcome to my dirty bedroom. My guest today is a friend, local comedian, and sometimes escort.
Yes.
Stevey J.
What up?
Do you like Stevey J? Is what you want me to put in the title here?
Yeah. That's my stage
name. Gotta have that stage name, dude.
Nah, well, like on Facebook.
White comedians don't do that.
I think.
Carrot Top.
Yeah, like when you think about it, like
it's always a bad move. I feel like.
Like when white comedians do it, it's not that cool. I'm like, Carrot Top. It instantly comes to mind. I'm like,
Yeah, that's just.
Well, he is a ginger, but nah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But still,
gets a little bit. He's not completely white. He's not all the way white.
Yeah, what's his real name? Do you know it or?
Fuck no. That's too involved.
Yeah, I don't even feel like Googling this motherfucker.
Once I saw Chairman of the Board, I was like, this is one of the worst, most awesome movies I've ever seen.
Fucking prop comic.
Oh, man.
Trying to break into the industry. Nah, we're not gonna worry about Carrot Top.
Yeah. And then he was doing those 1-800-COLLECT commercials.
Yeah.
Like, that was always fucking goofy.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting paid, though. I think he has, like, a permanent residency in Vegas now.
I think he does.
So, yeah. Can't talk shit if you're getting paid.
Hey, on the real.
I mean, I'm still gonna talk shit.
Yeah, exactly. I can still talk shit about you, but you can buy and sell my ass, man. Like I said, I caught the bus to get here, so.
Yeah. We're like 0.03% of the comedians in Columbus that ride the fucking bus.
Yeah, I know. Fuck.
Everyone's complaining about the parking situation now.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
I don't even own a car.
I don't
fucking own a car.
Everybody's like, oh no. I'm like, oh, I don't care.
You guys, we're going out to bars every night. Should you be fucking driving out there?
Exactly. And then,
although I don't think anyone drinks as much as I do, at least.
Or at least not me, because fucking Friday when I did Ethel, was like, I got driving back, me and my girl, and she was like, well, how did you do with your set? How do you think you did? I was like, I think I did all right. She was like, well, You didn't. You were.
I gotta love that.
She was
Dude.
like, you didn't. You were wasted. I'm like, what do you mean? Well, she's like, well, you said you already threw up on your way here. I'm like, yes, I did. She was like, so how many did you drink then? I'm like 4 tall cans of beer. And then when we got to the bar, what did you do? I was like, I bought 2 more beers. And then what did you do? Smoked a joint. And then what did you do? I ate a pot brownie.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So
this is before you even went on.
Yes, and I went on kind of late. So the whole night I'm like pre-gaming, and by the time I got up there, I did it. I heard some giggles, and I thought I did all right. She's like, no.
Do you record your sets?
For the most part, yeah. For the most part,
Friday,
yeah.
Though.
I just did it vocally. I was just talking to my dude, and he says, well, I see you go live with audio, but this night I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do it audio. I'm just gonna like record it to see how it is. It was so bad coming from her that I haven't even heard.
You don't even
I don't even
want
to hear that shit.
Yeah, it's like
if
the
it
murder
was that
scene.
bad,
You don't want to go back to the crime scene at all.
yeah, like my wax sets that I record, I'm like, oh my god.
Dude, even when you do well, it's like, it's kind of painstaking to listen to that shit.
It is. I will say that there have been I did a funny bone set that like everybody was like, oh my god, like I had people I didn't know like just stop me and pat me on the back. Oh, it was great. I go back and watch it. I'm still like,
it's never as good as it felt in the moment.
Yeah,
but there's
that's
something.
exactly what it
there's
is.
something about that like that makes it such a live art that like you when you're in that room you feel something. Mm-hmm. Even as an audience member, as a comedian, both like you feel something that just doesn't translate even with video. It's just not.
Yeah.
There's a sixth sense there that goes on.
Yeah, like when I watched it, I was just thinking to myself, like, I don't remember doing that. I don't remember that because I was just so, like, focused. I was in tune. And
Blacked out a little bit on stage.
Yeah, and that's what happens, too.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes I'll even have, like, an outer body experience. Like, I kind of remember that, or I remember that. But with that particular night, I'm like, nah, I don't remember that shit. I don't remember doing that.
When I do the best, I don't remember that shit. That's why, like, I try to record it so I can be like, oh, I knew that was a good night because everyone gives you fucking nucks at the end of the night, or whatever and shit. It's just like, okay, cool. And then I'll be like, oh, that's because I added this tag onto this shit.
Yep.
I don't like write my jokes. Really.
No.
Like I write premises.
Oh, okay.
I'll write like a couple punches, maybe a few things, but like all the tags. A lot of the way the story arcs, all that shit, I kind of just come up with on the spot.
No shit.
And then I'll just record it or hopefully remember it and then try to just keep fucking iron it out.
So, like, do you get... Because I'm at the point now where I'll get somebody like, hey, you should do this joke or that joke. I remember you did this joke. Do you remember any of the jokes? Like,
I do my shit in order
Yeah.
every night.
Okay.
I have a set list.
Right, me too.
So I'll go through and I'll do my set list, and then basically I'll try to shove in 1 or 2 new bits in the middle of the set list.
That's a good thing.
And then just see if it can, blend into this one, if I can somehow transition into that one.
Yeah.
It sucks with new material though when you're trying to open with stuff you have written, close with stuff you have written, but like how do I transition because it's like way different concepts.
It's tricky. Like it's been in my experience. Like if you open with something new, they're not gonna get it. They're gonna be like, oh okay, all right. They'll clap it up a little
depends.
bit.
Or
what it is.
Like after New Year's, I did the set at a Barrel, and I was like, I did a bunch of drugs on New Year's Eve.
All right.
So like a bunch of drugs. And
I think
so
I might have been there then.
I was still kind of feeling hazy even in my body, especially in my mind. And I just went on stage and just talked about doing these drugs, and it was like the best opener I've ever done. And I didn't even write it. I just said it to like Johnny Collins before at the bar, and I was just like, that's kind of funny. So I brought it on stage, and I was just like, That's like the only time I've had a non-written opener that worked.
Yeah, I've had maybe one of those. I'm trying to remember the bit, but I did not write it, and I think it was like a couple minutes before, and I did it, and it worked. And then I was like, maybe if I should write it down, but then I'm like, nah. I think
you
it's
just
better.
forgot about it?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, nah, I don't even remember what I said.
tried it again like 4 or 5 other times, and it just didn't connect the same way.
That's the thing that I don't like about writing new bits. Like sometimes it'll be like, oh man, the first time you do it, it'll be great, or the second time. But if you consistently do it and people don't like it, that's when I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't.
It sucks when you like it, but other people don't. But like at the end of the day, dude, you either gotta. There's 2 ways you can do that. Either scrap the fucking joke because it's bad, or you gotta just somehow pull them motherfuckers into your thought process. Because that's usually what it is. people are just not confused, or people are confused or just not getting it.
Yeah.
And so you have to fucking find a way to rope them in.
Yeah.
Which is not easy to do.
It's not. The times that it does work though, it's pretty cool because I was listening to one. I think I did like a fucking Club 20, one of Doug's things, and I did something, and I just heard this guy in the back go, "True,
Love that.
true,
Shit,
right, hell yeah." I'm like, damn, I didn't even pick up on that when I was on stage. So that was one of the few times where I watched the playback. And I'm like, oh wow, people did like.
Dude, Club 20 is like my favorite place to do those open mics because I don't know if it's the gay bar atmosphere or it's the fact that it's older guys.
Yeah.
But like you can say, I mean, there's lesbians that go there too, but it's mostly like older men, and you can say whatever the fuck, and they'll be on your side almost automatically.
Oh yeah.
Like even if you're a woman on stage there, they'll just agree with you because there's no bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, there's no filter.
I feel like
we're like college kids. It's way harder.
Yeah, like with that particular mic, like they're gonna rock with you. Like, you got up here. We're here to have fun. You know,
They want you to succeed.
Yeah, we're listening to you.
College kids.
They're
want you
just
to fail. They want you
arms
to fail,
crossed. They're like, okay, I get it. I kind of get it. But like, yeah, like you said, it's like older white guys. I did like a Topher Grace joke. And this guy was fucking cracking up. I'm like, wow, so I'm not the only person who doesn't know what Topher. I know somebody likes Topher Grace here, or at least know he is. So, yeah, like that's a good mic.
It's a fun one.
I like Bossy too. When Gilly's doing it or when Doug's doing it every once a month. That's a good crowd too.
The Saturday, like the early, yeah, that's a fun one. Except
really
for sometimes it's overrun by music people because there's a music up right after. But
right after,
if you can get like a middle spot in that mic, it's fucking gold.
Yeah, like I do. When I tell him I'm like, yo, can I come? Can you put me on? He's like, yeah, boom, boom. He'll put me on at like 13 out of like maybe 20 something people.
Yeah.
So at that point, the room is nice enough where it's a mixed crowd of the comedians that you know, and then there's people who are just there to watch the open mic or just musicians there. So when they all come together and they hear that shit and it works.
Yeah, it's good.
Room that size,
and you'll randomly have some like older like OSU parents just sitting at the bar. Like last time I did it, dude, the whole time I was like, I don't give a shit about the rest of this crowd. I'm gonna make these two old people fucking laugh. And by the end of the night, I had them fucking.
I always single out the oldest person in the room. I'm like,
I think I just play better to old people too.
I think so too. Well, because I'm not that young. I see like a lot of guys on the scene. There's
a lot of
young guys.
I mean, how old are you?
I'm 34.
34. You got started. You said like 3 years.
30. Ago? I would say like on the cusp of being 30 to 31.
It's weird. Like Brandon
Gerber, I didn't know he was that old.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not old. I think he's like 32.
He's like 33, I think, maybe.
Really?
I don't know. I should know.
I didn't know he was that old.
But like it's interesting. He got started, I think, at like 31.
Yeah, okay.
I could be wrong, but like I started at 27. It's weird that like we all kind of started later in life.
Right, yeah. That's
I feel
the
like
thing.
A lot of Columbus people kind of did that.
That's the thing that kills me about it now. When I started, it was like, man, if only I was doing this like 5 years earlier.
Because there are some veterans that have been doing it for like 6, 7, 8, fucking 10 years.
Yeah, like my guy, like Jameson, he's been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And he's still relatively young. Yeah, I don't even think he's 30. I think he's only like 28.
Yeah, dude, Ty Moore's been doing it 7 years and he's like 27 or some shit. I was just like, wow. God damn it, dude.
Yeah, like I said,
like you got 7 years and I didn't even start it
That's
yet.
the thing about it that fucked me up when I first got in. I'm like, man, these guys are fucking killing it. And then you're like, well, how old are you? And they're like, well, I'm like 26. I'm like, how long you been doing it? Oh, about 5 years. I'm like, what?
God damn it, I know.
And they got it just down pat.
I just didn't think about it.
No.
Like I was playing music, so that was like I was getting stage time. I was fine as an entertainer in that realm.
Yeah.
But after my most recent band's past failing, like this whole shit happened.
Okay.
I just was like, fuck it. I just showed up to an open mic, no equipment.
Uh-huh.
You know, I didn't have to meet anyone. You know, I could just show up, take the bus, not bring anything.
That's cool.
And fucking, I was just like, oh, this is where I belong.
Right.
I was a drummer, dude. I had to lug shit around the city all the time.
That's gotta really
I'd have
work.
to rely on other people. It was just a whole fucking shit show. And it was just like, no, stand-up comedy, you just show up.
Yeah, that's the one thing about it. Like, you're the band. You're the instrument.
You're it. You're the manager. You're the writer. You're the director.
Exactly.
You're everything.
And then some people are like I think after the first year, maybe the second year, they're like, so do you have somebody who takes your pictures? Do you have somebody who records you? Do you have somebody who helps you write? I'm like, no.
After 2 years? Fuck.
At least after one. The first year, they're like, so.
Who's saying this? Like family members?
Yeah.
Okay,
like
people that aren't
friends.
in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
If you do 1 week in stand up, you know that there's none of that going on.
No. And then there was another comedian. I won't say their name, but they're like, why, dude?
If you want, dude.
I don't even know if he's gonna hear it. My guy, Karma Bird. Karma Bird is a funny guy. And he would say, well, I bounce ideas off of my friends. And he's like, you should have a team. You guys should all just get together, shoot the shit.
Damn.
Y'all, bounce everything off, and then you just write it down, or you guys all write it together. Do you do that? And I said, no.
But everyone does their own stand-up.
Exactly.
It's not just like a team that writes for you.
No.
That's not what he was saying. He's saying, like, basically, I mean, that's what, like, some of these sketch groups do, and, they'll workshop shit around and do that. So that makes sense.
Well, yeah, it does, but I just felt like, man, like, if I ever do fucking blow up or if it does pop, I want all the credit. I don't want to say, this guy gave me this fucking idea. Like, I'm a selfish dude. It's like, when I post a video or anything, people are like, who cut it? I cut it. I'm like, well, who shot it? I shot it. So they're like, you do it all by yourself. Don't you get overwhelmed? I'm like, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I got like a lot of shit. Like I was telling my girl, like, I feel like Prince sometimes. Prince had like a fucking vault of fucking
all of his shit,
material that never will see the light of day. I feel like that. Like I got a lot of shit that I'm like, yeah, it's kind of funny, but it should have been funnier, and I should go like this, and I should do like that. I'm like a perfectionist with my shit. This is one of the reasons why I'm not that big right now, because I have so much to put out. I just don't put it out because I want to stand by it, and I want it to be good. And I want all the credit for it if it is good.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I think in the long run it's easier to do everything yourself. I mean, so. That's why, again, I got into it in the first place. Mm-hmm. I don't have to fucking worry about it.
It's not a collaborative effort when you
this podcast, I hook up a fucking microphone, I bought these things, and bam, here we are. Yeah. Putting out content. Mm-hmm. And that's all you have to do. Yeah. Open mics, dude, you don't have to spend money. You can just show up.
And that's the thing that I like about it the most. Like when I first started, I had a nice amount of money. I had a nice job. I was all right. But then like when times got rough, I'm like, well, all I have to worry about is getting a transfer bus pass to get there and maybe $5 for beer. So I would, like, on any given night, if I show up there with like $10, I'm like, man, that's it. Like, I'm fucking rock this shit. $2 to get there. I'll use the transfer to get back. $8 for drinks. I'm good. That is it. So yeah, doing comedy is great. I enjoy it a lot. And people say, well, you're getting better, and I feel like you're having a lot of fun.
That's the biggest compliment that I've gotten recently, where someone was just like, hey, you actually got funny. And as comics, like, that's how we compliment each other. But like I was just like, oh shit, it's nice to know that like after doing it, I'm actually getting better. It's not like
people recognize
like there's actual progress, like tangible progress. Basically.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? And I feel like if I've been doing it for 2 years steady, and someone was just like, if I was still doing the same fucking material I was doing last year, like I'd probably give up. I'd be like, fuck this. But
that's the thing too. Like with me, if I get a joke that lands, I'm always like, we're on to the next one. But I'm at the point now where people are like, no, you need to do that. Like what you did, do that. Like,
I like to have an act, and I like to, when I hit open mics, if there's a room full of people and it's not comedians, I'm doing that act. I'm doing my 5 minutes that I know works. Right. But if I'm walking into an open mic and it's mostly comedians or hardly anyone's there,
more often than not,
then I'm going to fuck around. You know what I mean? I'm going to play. Okay. I'm going to play. But I like having an act, and then I like having the ability to just also like fuck around.
I can't like differentiate that. Like sometimes I usually come in with 2 sets. I'll come in with what I know is going to be like, bam, they're going to go after this. Especially if you're not a comedian, if you haven't heard me done it before. But then there's also like, well, I want to try something new. So, I mean, I'm always thinking about the new thing. And that's one of the things that kind of holds me back too. Like, you should people like this. You should keep doing this. I think you should do this, keep doing it. You
can only get better at it, too. I mean, for me, like, some of the jokes that I'm doing, I wrote a year ago, but it's a whole different joke than what I was saying a year ago.
It evolves.
It's just better. Yeah, it's just better now. So it's like, it's not the same material, but it's just me getting fucking better at it.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And it's all about, like, your delivery, and it's all about your presence on there. Like, when I first started, the guy was like, yeah, I mean, you know, I can see that you, like, people pay attention to you when you're on stage. That's a good thing, but, you know, you just got to have the material to back it up. So it's always just trying to get better at having the presence and the material to make it all just fucking fire.
Yeah, just keep it going. Well, let's go back here. Before we recorded, you were about to tell me your origin story.
Yes, man. I have an origin story with comedy. Like I said earlier, like, with me with comedy, it was mostly just me being a fan of it. You know, I grew up fucking watching Pryor, Murphy, Chappelle. It's the GOAT to me, besides Pryor, whatever. And
I think he's better than Pryor, to be honest. I mean, I know it's controversial, but
it's a controversial thing. But,
I mean, I love Pryor. Everyone, I think anyone that's a stand-up live at Sunset Strip was everyone fucking saw that as a kid. But Dave Chappelle, man, he's it's like the LeBron's better than Michael Jordan argument, which I think is.
I agree with that. That's exactly where we're at right there. Where one guy, they're kind of in the same sport. One's a little bit better.
Had the
different generations.
The first one,
exactly.
They both, but like, sorry, people get better at shit. You
right?
know?
Yeah.
Chappelle to me is just the fucking
Chappelle.
best.
Yeah, Chappelle is fucking legend. And like, I was always just a guy who liked to watch it, and I like to just be a fan of it. And me and my ex, we were together for years, and like I said, I mean, like, one of the things she said was like, you never listen to me, you don't pay attention to me, you just take me for granted. And I would go back to listen to things that she would tell me, and one of the things she would tell me all the time, like, you're funny, you should be a comedian, you should try it, I could see you doing that. And I always played off like, nah, not me. But then, like, one day, after crying and smoking a lot of weed and maybe masturbating.
Because like the breakup with the ex?
Yeah, it was after that where I was like, fuck it. Why not? So I saw this ad on, I think it was like Columbia Comics, where it was like, Shrugging Head Monday. So Mike, come sign up. So I did it, and
so I didn't join this group before you even.
No, they had like a website.
There was like Columbus Underground, or
I think it was something like Columbus Labs. I think.
Yeah. There used to
be
a forum for it back in the day. This is before my time. But.
Yeah, so I got into it, and that's the first time I met Nick and everything like that. Most of the comedians I know today. I didn't want to go by myself, so I brought my friend with me, and I told him about it the whole week leading up to it. Like, yo, I'm gonna do this comedy shit. I want you to come. Tell me what you think. And the whole time he's like, bro, I know that, like, you feel like you have nothing to lose because you lost your girl. And I don't want you to go up there and embarrass yourself because you're not that funny. I'm like, well, she thinks I'm funny, but nah, she was just your girl. She was just trying to.
People that aren't in comedy don't know that, like, that's all you do is go up there and embarrass yourself.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I don't want you to embarrass yourself. So I just come, like, I don't want to go by myself. Just please come with me. So I came. And I'll never forget, my first bit was just an honest story. It wasn't even really like, I didn't know anything about fucking setting up, setups, punches, none of that shit. I just told a story about me going to jail for the first time. And people laughed about it. And then when you get on there and they're like, hey, it's his first time up here, give him a round of applause. So they're going to kiss your ass because it's your first.
And you're rocking it. People are like, let's give him a chance. I've never seen that go on, and people are like, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
everyone gives him a chance.
Yeah, to this day, I've yet to see a new person who's bombed. At least a shrunken.
Yeah, I would love it if Nick would just introduce me with that every time. So everyone always thinks it's my first time, and I go out there and just like kill.
I wish I can get that benefit of the doubt from now on, because when you do it, as long as I've been doing it now, if you're not funny, they're gonna tell you.
Oh, you hear about that shit.
Oh yeah, you'll hear about it. They're like,
I mean, first you notice it.
You're gonna notice it
because new comics, like, you think you killed, and really it was like, no, dude, you don't know what killing is yet.
Not yet.
But then, like, once you start just bombing after bomb after bomb, like, I bombed for a year and a half straight. After my first like 6 months of doing it, I guess my first 6 months of doing it was all I would get drunk and like make people laugh through my anger.
Right.
But it wasn't good. I was burning bridges with people I didn't even know yet. It was bad.
I can see.
Kind of sobered up a little bit, at least for doing open mics, and then for a year and a half just completely fucking ate shit. And it's like been, I guess maybe the past 6 months I've actually like gotten my shit together and been writing better and doing better. But
yeah.
I mean, I bomb forever.
Yeah,
I mean?
The first bomb is the worst one. I'll never forget because this was the first night that I met Cecil Heyman. And I love Cecil Heyman. It's a great guy. Funny guy.
Oh, yeah.
I think he does the best crowd work in the city. And
another young motherfucker. He's like 25.
I know. He's a young dude. And he's got less hair than me. Like, I mean, but... like, yo, I met him and he was telling me about all these shows that he got booked, and this, that, and the third. I'm like, yeah, I just started doing it. I'm pretty funny. You should check me out. And this was a night where I went, it was at Scarlet and Gray. And I fucking just, it was terrible. Like, it was so bad that I went over my time. They cut the mic on me.
Oh,
so
shit.
After a while, I'm like, oh, hello, hello. And then, you know, I had to, and then I'm like, whoop, that's it. And then people were more happy that I got off this fucking stage.
Yeah. Well, dude, you can't go over your time. That's the worst thing.
That's what it was. So, you know, Cecil just kind of, you know, gave me a look, like, you know, like, man, good luck with, you know, whatever you're telling me about. But then I seen him like maybe the following week, and I did way better. And then he was like, oh, you are pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking good. And I was like, thank you. He's like, yeah, I mean, sometimes it's not going to go the way we want, but... like tonight, like, yeah, you're a pretty funny guy.
You just gotta hold it down, believe in your material.
And that's what it is in the end. Like, if you believe that what you're saying is funny, chances are
you can get
somebody in the crowd.
And you only need one fucking person.
That's it.
Because once you lock in, it's like the older people at Bossy I was talking about. Like, once I locked in with them, the rest of the room followed right along. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
they like to, I mean, this is not a knock on people or audience members, but groupthink is all part of it. So if you can break through to one person, then that laugh becomes contagious, it spreads, other people start to give you more of a chance. You just need that one fucking person.
You're saying this real shit. Because I remember when I first started really getting it rolling, I would notice that if I get the one guy to laugh, the guy next to him is going to laugh. The person behind them is going to laugh because they want to be in on the shit. And so it spreads out.
And then people are like, why are they laughing? And then they start paying attention.
Then they start paying attention. Yeah. There have been a couple times where, like, I'll get on and you'll hear people murmuring, but then they'll hear somebody laughing. And then the murmuring stops. It will slowly just go down to quiet. You can hear a fucking pin drop unless I drop a punch. And that's when they laugh. And that's what it's about. If you get that one person in the crowd to fuck with your shit, they're gonna fuck with it. My favorite thing about doing comedy is I did Barrel, and I saw a guy choke on his fucking beer after I said something. And that's when I was like, that's why.
There you go, man.
You get one guy to fucking choke on his beer, hey.
If I get one person to do that a week, then I might as well be fucking David Tell. You know what I mean? Like, that's just like the
that was my whole thing. Like, yo, if I could get that guy every show, I'm fucking Chappelle right now.
Person, yeah.
So yeah, I was just watching him cracking up, and I'm like, man, that's why I do it, and I love to do it. The thing about it with me is, like, as much as I hated the fact that me and my girl broke up, and I can't be around my kids as much, and you know, I was like a family man. But the thing that I don't regret about it is, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have met a lot of people that are like, man, where would I have been without you if I didn't know you? Like, you know, Jameson, Johnny, Gilly, you know, Cecil.
It's a tight fucking group.
And then another thing about it is the scene alone is
fun.
Dope. And
fun, dude. Everyone has a good time. The drama that does happen is laughable.
Man,
you know,
I was caught in drama my first year, and it was bad. No, it was not. It's like, can we
talk about it? Because I don't.
I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna fucking talk about it because it's all love now. Like, the fucking second year, it had to be like the second year of doing or maybe not the second year, but the second time I did comedy. I got, you know, you go on the patio with Shrunk, and we're gonna talk about anything and everything. So we were talking about movies, and I was fucking talking about how much I hate Bad Boys 2. And Ian Miller was out there one day. And Ian Miller is like, what are you talking about? You don't like Bad Boys 2? I'm like, nah, it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. One of the worst movies you've ever seen in your life. He's like, tell me. So we're going back and forth. We're like yelling at each other.
Just
like,
real quick, just for the listeners, this is exactly where drama starts for comedians.
It can be the dumbest
It's always,
thing
it's comic
ever.
books, it's movies, it's sports, it's fucking stupid.
And I did not know this guy, so I'm thinking like,
from like
why
the
is he mad?
sexist shit that goes on, because that is a real
thing.
But the drama that we're talking about is
petty.
so petty. Yeah.
Like to this day, even like once, I mean, we really did not like each other, and I don't know if it's still that way now or not. I love that guy. That guy is funny. He's talented. He's a comedian. He knows a lot about comedy, and you know, we did not get along. Like I remember one time I went to Scarlet, signed my name up before him. I saw him pick up the list, scratched the name out.
What?
So
damn,
I go right,
shit, dude.
So I go right back to the list, and I see that he scratched my name, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm looking at Oliver Gray, like, yo, he scratched me out. I said, oh, don't worry about it, dude. You know, you're gonna be on. You know, don't worry about it. For the longest time, I'm like, man, this guy really doesn't like me because I don't like Bad Boys
Have
too.
you confronted him about this?
We've talked about it a couple times.
Scratching it. That's
we've
unheard of.
we're better now, and you know, he had even told me to like, dude, what were we mad about?
Did he admit that he like scratched out the name?
No, but I seen him do it.
Damn, dude, this is some straight real talk, right?
I've seen him do it, and like I said, I still don't hold no grudge about it. It's all love. I love him, the whole, you know, Glass Cannon crew. They're all great, especially, you know, Gilly and all them. But yeah, like it's just started over my disagreeing with movies, and for the record, I really don't like Bad Boys 2. I tried to watch it yesterday. As a matter of fact, I do not like that movie. It's a piece of shit.
I mean, it's not one of the worst movies ever.
That's what he was saying. He's like, it's not. He's like, it's not one of the worst movies ever. I'm like, yeah, it's not. But I don't like it. Like, I don't like it. And we really got into a full debate.
That's so funny, though.
And I remember that night, what really set it off was that we're yelling, like we're like arguing, and I don't know who it was. It might have been Nick. It might have been somebody else. But they came out like, look, you guys are so loud in the back that we can't hear the comic on the stage because you guys are yelling at each other over fucking Bad Boys 2. Do you understand how silly this shit sounds right now? And, you know, it was getting so bad that I was with a friend that night, and he thought that it was going down. He's just, you know, I'm from the hood, but I'm not hood. My friends are hood. So he's looking at me like, yo, say the word, and we can make it happen.
What's funny, too, is
it's a movie.
Ian's a fucking MMA fighter.
That's what somebody said that same night. Somebody was like, you know that they were like,
he can actually probably fuck people up.
That's
like,
what
I have no doubt that he can fuck people up.
Somebody told me too, like, and that's another reason why a lot of people fuck with me even after that. Like, he didn't like me, but a lot of people was like, man, you got balls. You know, he was like, do you know that motherfucker does MMA? And me, I'm like, so? I'm like, so what? Looking at him, I'm like, yeah, he'll probably, he'll probably fold me.
Love you, kids.
Yeah, but you know,
see you on the other side.
But I mean, it's petty shit that gets in the way.
Well,
but the scene itself is great.
Yeah, that's like at least to me like more fun drama. Mm-hmm. And
I wouldn't. I don't regret it.
It's weird. I mean, I because my first 6 months, I was, like I said, I was drinking heavily, and I was at the point where I was like walking off the stage through the crowd, like yelling at people in the back, mm-hmm. and I was at a point where I was insulting hosts, people I didn't even know. And so I was like people just didn't like me, understandably. I was a miserable piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm full disclosure. There was a couple people like when I was growing up, like some people did not like you at the beginning. I'm like, why? You know, because
of the Ian Miller shit. Yeah.
Not just that, but because of nothing to do with him, but like just the way that you would get off the stage and you would be mad or would say this, that. I'm like, this guy did all right. And they're like, yeah, well, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't do that. I'm like, well.
Yeah, I mean, it took me a fucking year to get to a place where people liked me. And so, like, it was... one of the biggest lessons I've learned in comedy is don't be a fucking dick.
Yes.
You know, like,
that's what I learned, like, through the whole
Be a cool
thing.
person to hang out with, and you'll get further.
Yeah, like, through the whole thing with him, it was just like... you know, you guys can have a heated debate. You guys can disagree. But looking back on it now, like, you were being an asshole about it, Steve. And that's what everybody says. Like, even, like, you know, my current girl, my ex-girl, you know, whatever. They're like, you have this, like, if you...
It's also just clicky, though, when you first get in. So it's
very,
like,
very
So
clicky.
it's kind of, you're kind of threatened. It's like high school all over again.
It
you're kind of
is.
threatened. You're in a new school. You have to find your place. So you just start picking fights. And it's dumb. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all fucking animals that are crazy. And especially comedians. We're the most fucked up types of people out there.
Yeah, and that's the thing that killed me. Like, looking back on it now, like, we have more in common...
100%. Just by being on that patio, you're already aligned with that dude.
Like, you're in. We all have something going on in our mind that's like, maybe I just want to stand on stage with a mic and say, you know, dick and fart jokes
fucked up shit or whatever.
Shit. We all have something in
my
common.
dad's dick pills.
Yeah, you know, we all have something in common that, you know, we all are here for a reason. We all have something in us that's like, yo, we should be here.
And we're also people pleasers too.
That's right.
Clearly, because it's like attention whores.
Yo, yeah.
So you put us in a small room together
with other people like that.
You know, it's
gonna be a problem, and that's what it was, and that's why to this day, like, yo, it's all love.
You got to keep it light. When you're back there, you just crack jokes. You keep your head above water.
Yeah,
that's it, man. That's the only thing. I mean, for me, that's what I've learned to do is fucking have your cigarettes, drink your beer, smoke weed, do it. Just be a cool person to fucking chill with. Make sure you're making funny jokes too. Don't be an antisocial person.
Yeah. When I first got back there and didn't say much, people were
you got to find your in. You got to.
But like you said, it's very clicky, so you don't know who you're going to mesh with
exactly.
and who you're going to have shit in common with. So there's times where I'll fuck with somebody from Actual Wolves, or I'll fuck with somebody from Glass Cannon, or somebody else who's just a rando comedian ass dude. As long as you can just be cool. And you can just fit in and find a common ground with everybody back there because we all have something in common, you're going to be all right. So, I mean, you live and you learn.
I think you just come out swinging when you first start. You know what I mean? It's just everyone has an attitude thing. That's why you're doing it in the comedy in the first place. And so you just, when you first... it's been very rare where I've seen someone new from the community, like the comedy scene, show up and just immediately get along with people. It takes a lot of work to get there.
I didn't see that either. Like, it takes... And I even saw it. I forgot the kid's name. He's not from here. He's out of town dude, but he comes here. I mean, you probably know him. He comes here. Boom, boom. He'll come... Where the fuck is he from? Like, from Circleville or some shit? Some shithole ass Ohio City. And he'll come here, and I felt bad for him because you're not from here, for one. You're new, for two. And your jokes aren't polished.
Is he around lately?
Yeah. If you were... I don't know if you went to Shrunken Monday, but he was there.
I wasn't at Shrunken Monday, but he...
Oh, no, I wasn't there. The Monday before last, he was there. And he just... You know, I'm like, man... I was like...
Is he, like, trying to talk to people, and people are like, who is this kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's trying to...
Get in.
Ease in and trying to see where he fits
My
in.
number one lesson that I learned too, well, I have a bunch about open mics. There's so much to fucking
learn. There's a lot to learn.
But like one of the other things that I had to kind of learn myself was make your material, make your set good, and then you'll get in. Mm-hmm. Once you're funny, then they'll start talking to you. But if you're just going up and your jokes are shit and you're not funny, why even talk to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
and that's the thing with him. Like,
you gotta work on that material.
Like, he was green. Like, when I watched him, and
it's
everybody
cute to see.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, this motherfucker.
Like, I'm still pretty green, but I love to see
not this guy. I think we even asked him. Like, we were on the back, smoking. You know, we smoking weed, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, so how long you been doing it? And he was like, oh, well, about a couple of weeks now. We're just looking up like, oh, God. We are going to eat you alive.
But it's not like you can stay home and do it in front of the fucking mirror. Like, you have to go out and do it.
You have to do it.
But, like, don't expect to be cool with everybody just because you're doing it. Like, you have to be funny. There's so many things you have to go through to, like, hang out in the community and be solid in that community. Because you have to be funny, you have to be nice, you have to be able to fucking talk shit, because if you can't hold your own, you're out,
they will.
You get torn alive.
And that's what it was with him. Like, he was new, he didn't know how to keep up with these conversations that we would have. Because another thing with comedians is we all think we're fucking geniuses. I don't know.
We're the funniest ones.
Well, yeah, I'm the funniest fucking. I'm funniest motherfucker of all time.
Also, I'm clever and witty.
Yeah, I'm funny.
And I'm smart.
I'm witty. I'm sharp. I can.
Yeah.
Everybody has it. I don't care who you are. If you're.
You have to have that, though.
Any open mic around the country, like if I'm here, I'm the funniest motherfucker in the crew. I'm the funny guy. So you have to show me that you're funny. But like you said, if your material is good, no matter
people will talk to you.
Oh yeah, like I said with the Cecil situation, like the first night he didn't really rock with me because it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. I went over my time and it was just all bad. But when he saw me the second time, he was one of the few people who just was like, "Hey man, that was pretty funny. Good job. Keep going." And that's all I got. And even with fucking Wonder Dog, the first time I fucking did comedy ever, I ran into Wonder Dog, and you know he didn't know I did comedy. He just saw me outside. I was vaping at this point. I wasn't smoking, so I was vaping, and he just was like, you know, "Hey, are you going up tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah." "You ever done it before?" I said, "No." And he said, "Well, I think you do all right." And he stood there and he watched me do it. He's one of the first people besides Nick to just be like, "Good job, keep doing it." And from then on out, I just kept listening to just those bit of advice. Like, just keep going, keep doing it. And now, man, here I am.
Funny.
Exactly. Like, it takes encouragement.
Said that to me like a month ago, and I was just like, "Fuck yeah, hell yeah!"
Exactly. It takes encouragement. Like nobody wants to hear like, "You fucking suck." Nobody wants to hear. You just need some encouragement. Even with the new kid, I'm like, "Keep doing it." I said the same thing.
You can't tell them that they're not funny.
I've never told anybody that.
You can't say that. I mean,
I have not to do that. I won't do that.
It's a fucked up thing.
Yeah, exactly. I won't. That's where I draw the fucking line. I'm not going to shit on your dream when I'm trying to chase one. I'm not going to say, "You're not funny." No, we all have the potential to be funny. We all have the potential to be fucking great. So just fucking encourage that and keep working. Yeah, it's about work. This is the most I've ever written. This is the most that I've ever traveled. This is the most dedicated I've been in years. And I went to college. I smoked a lot of weed.
What'd you go to college for?
I was a film major.
What college?
The University of Toledo.
World renowned for their.
Oh God! For the best of filmmaker knowledge you can have. But I went there and I mean I did term papers and fucking, you know, final thesis and all that shit. But I've never wrote more in my life.
I went to
than right now.
School for poetry and then transferred to philosophy. And I've never written so little in my life right now.
Oh, really?
I mean, dude, that was all
exact opposite for me.
Creative writing. I mean, I write a lot, but the way I'm writing now is through performance on the stage. You know, I mean, I have my notebooks and everything that are filling up. I mean, I have multiple of them.
Really?
And because like I said, like I'll write my premise. I'll work through whatever my preliminary thoughts of the bit are.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what is your writing process?
That's like...
Because I like to fuck with other comedians. Like, how does it work? How does a bit happen for anybody who's not me? With me, it's usually like a conversation. And then I'm like, hey, that's kind of funny.
Here, I'll show you.
And then I'll just write it down, and that's that.
So, like... Here's just like a blurb about my family always asking me for shit.
Okay.
And then it resolves to my brother becoming the favorite son. John Deere Kids. I'll title it. I'll write a whole thing. And I wrote this first, and then I wrote this, and then I wrote that. Like,
I'm getting in the habit of titling my bits now too.
Yeah. So the good thing about titling is then I have my set list.
Exactly.
And so
that's where it comes in.
Because the worst is when a comedian finishes a bit and then they don't know where to go next. You got a set list, you go bam right into the next.
That's the thing that I'm most proud of. Like even Johnny Collins, he had told me like, man, your shit it seems together. You transition it from one bit to another. If you're talking about this,
that's
you
crucial.
Easily go here and you easily go there, and that's one of the hardest things.
Especially if you're a storyteller,
and that's
you and I are both kind of
that's
like
most
that.
of what it is.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like most of my jokes are like I'm gonna tell you like a story, or I have like a little blurb of a joke, and that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? So like with storytelling, if you can go from there and then you see the title of your next bit and you just word association and you know where you're trying to go with that next shit, then it just flows together.
Also, you know, if you start stacking your jokes up behind each other like that, then there might be a bit in between those two jokes that is the transition. Like, it'll open up the room for there to be a whole other thing, and then just to be able to get to the
just
next
today,
part,
I was doing that today. It was a part of an old bit that I wrote like last year that I'm like, what if I took that, put it in here? Between that, it just seems together. So, I mean, like I said, this is the hardest thing that I've done. And everybody say, well, you make it look easy. No, it's not easy.
Comedy is definitely the hardest thing I've ever fucking done.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that's the easiest for me, and the question I get a lot from people who aren't comics are, well, don't you get nervous when you get up there? No.
I get anxiety as fuck, but I have anxiety just all the time. That's why I drink like I do and shit.
I don't get nervous.
But that's for me, like, I was talking to Ty more about this on the last episode.
It's my guy. I just want to put that out there. It's my guy.
Speaking of a dude from the scene that just, like, was nice right off the bat, solid motherfucker. He's become, like, a really cool dude.
I will say this. Like, I think that Ty Moore, and because he's my guy, Jameson Rogers, like, two of the nicest people.
Jameson's always been really nice to me, too.
I'm not just talking about, like, comics. Like, these guys are just good people.
Yeah.
And, like, even Gilly's like, you're a good guy.
Guys,
I hear stories about him being fucking, like, I hear stories about him being, like dark, like, thug. And I've never believed that, but I've seen glimpses of, like,
dude, Gilly takes me out to dinner sometimes after,
man.
shows. Like, he'll just be like, no, man, he'll buy my shit. I'm like, what the fuck, Gilly? He's been one of the best fucking people for me coming up, too, where he's just like, he's just always like, yeah, man, you're funny. You just got to fucking keep doing it, man. It's just normal shit.
I don't know where to begin with that guy because when I first met him, I even wrote a bit about him for Bossy. Like, when I first met him, I didn't know anybody in comedy. And I would talk with Jameson a little bit because we got common things. You know, oh, you like comic book movies? I like comic book movies. You like this, that. We had a lot of things in common. With him, I didn't know anybody. And he just immediately, like, reached out to me like, yo, you do comedy? I'm like, yeah. What's your name? I'm Stevey J. Well, I'm going to check you out. And so I would do my thing, and he would just tell me this. He would tell me that. He would always encourage me to do this. If I'm doing a show, he might check it out. Or if he's doing a show, I would check him out. Like you said, you hungry? You hungry?
Dude, yeah.
You want something to eat? What you want? I'm like, nothing. Well, if you're going to pay,
I like hanging out, dude. Cool. I don't know.
And he will fucking smoke you out. And that's another thing. Like, yo, he
I got to get him on this shit for real.
Oh, gosh.
But talking about the anxiety thing, I was talking to Ty about it, where, like, my whole thing is anxiety. Mm-hmm. Yeah, anxiety leading up to going on, right? And then the minute I'm handed the microphone, it goes away. And then blackout. And then get off the stage and the anxiety picks right back up because you realize, oh shit, I just did a great set. That's, like, to me, the ideal night is the blackout. Maybe the anxiety, like, forces me into a blackout, you know? Like, but I ride that high, man. It's fucking... Yeah. You can use it. You know, I come from music where anxiety was, like, really... I mean, you did drugs, you drank a lot to get on there and just fucking rock everyone's faces off.
With musicians, I can understand that because when I first got into it, like, I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are these guys getting so fucking wasted? But, like, with musicians, you know, you got to work with other people.
And
you have a longer set.
It's a party situation.
Exactly.
You're trying to, like, make people rage. And the thing that I've learned about comedy is you can be more chill. You know, but I'm also not that chill of a Like, my best sets are when I'm a little intense. Not overly angry Bill Burr intense, but when I have a little bit of just, like, down on myself, but also everyone else kind of attitude. A little bit of
self-loathing.
Yeah, I mean, that works for me, and, like, with my jokes and shit, because my jokes are about me being a piece of shit, and, I mean, my podcast is called My Dirty Bedroom. Like, my whole
this
stage...
This is a dirty bedroom.
My whole stage persona is, like, I'm a piece of shit. Yeah. You know, I'll do drugs, I'll fucking drink heavy, I do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
But it kind of, it's just all anxiety, really. It's just some self-medication from that. But I feel like some comics, like, when they get on stage, they're just so fucking chill. Like, especially people that smoke a lot of weed.
Oh, yeah.
They're just so fucking chill. Like, Gilly,
Ty Moore.
Gilly, yeah, I mean, well, Ty Moore's anxiety is Like,
I would never think that he's nervous. Like, he
He's-
seems so, like...
yeah, I mean...
Every time I see him work, I'm like, man, this guy just he comes up there and
I
he's super
personally,
cool.
I think that if you don't have a little sense of nervousness, then maybe you're not doing something scary.
Well-
enough. Maybe it's not dangerous enough for you.
Like I said, people ask me, you know, do I get nervous? And I tell them, no. It just depends on the room. When I first did the Funny Bone, I think I've done it now like maybe 4 or 5 times. I did the competition. I fucking got booted out.
Which
First
year
round.
did you do the competition?
I did it last year. Oh,
Like the most recent one?
now we're in 2019. So year before.
So you
last.
did your first year that I did it.
I believe so.
I went on last and I opened by putting my phone down and playing the Frasier theme song and just walked off stage.
I don't think I did it that
And I
night,
got-
but I think you were
Dude,
one of the people on there.
It was like the number one thing they tell you not to do at the Funny Bone competition is like play music or like expect anything. Like you can't.
Did you advance with that at least?
No, my set was so bad. I played the Frasier theme song. I came back on stage after the song ended, and I was just like, I wish comedy was more like professional wrestling, so that could be my intro song. And it was so everyone was just like, because that song's like 90 seconds long.
Yeah.
It was like.
And so what was your whole fucking set like 2 or 3 minutes or what?
No. But then I said I went into it was really bad. It was really bad. I called myself a backpack comedian because I had a backpack on.
Oh yeah, I am.
My first set was so awful. It was the worst thing ever. I had no chance of advancing.
The thing that fucked
But
me
last
up-
year I advanced.
Oh yeah, I
So
did see that.
That was tight.
Exactly.
Progress.
Exactly.
Tangible progress.
And like I said, this year I plan on doing it, and if I can just go to the second, that's one of my goals. You know, we all, I don't know, I mean, you stated goals, I have goals. Like, if I can just get in there second time around and at least advance to the second round, I'm cool with that. But like, when I first did it, I got like a fucking applause break. So I'm like, man, I'm in there. I recorded it on fucking my YouTube channel. It was big, like everybody loved it. And I thought that I was gonna make it. And like everybody was clapping me up, boom, boom, boom. And I remember, John Dover, when he was still here, he had went on a little bit before me, and we all went in line. The guy, he had announced all the comics but John Dover, and I was one of the people who said, "Hey, yo, what about John? You didn't mention John." So he's like, "Oh yeah, that's right. Give it up for John Dover." And his labs kind of went a little bit more than mine, so he advanced. And he had a great set that night too. So I was like, damn, if I was just being like a little bit stingy and didn't say anything, I might have advanced. But I still learned a lot from it. And a lot of, let me ask you something. Like, I know a lot of comics who say this, like, they don't like the Funny Bone. I know a lot of comics who say, I won't do it. I don't like it.
I've only done the competition. I've never done the open
You never just
mic.
went to the open mics.
No.
See, I've done that maybe 2 or 3 times where, you know, I'm calling my mom, hey, tell your coworkers and tell bots and tell everybody I'm at the Funny Bone. And they'll show up and they get you on, you have a great set. And then with the competition, I did the exact opposite of that, where I told like maybe 2 people. And it's all about crowd participation.
Yeah, I thought my family was my mom, my brother-in-law, my sister were gonna come.
Yeah.
And then maybe like one friend, and then I ended up having like 20 people show up, and
That's
I was just
cool.
like, "This is sick," which is also one of those things too. After my first set, everyone was just like, "Oh, I didn't know you were like a comic."
What do you mean?
Like
What?
I was just they were like, I didn't know, because one of my other friends had done it before, and he just went up and just kind of did like stories about his cat, and like my jokes are stories, but I write my, like when I have my act, like I said, word for word, it's always the same fucking thing every time. I take that very seriously, and so I have setups, punches, transitions, all the stuff that an act should have. And all my friends are like, "Oh yeah, I just thought you were gonna go up there and just like be yourself." And I was just like, "No, I write my shit."
That's
like,
what people thought I was
you
gonna
know,
do.
like
They're
I do it for real.
Yeah,
you
they're
know?
like, do that voice that you do that, you know, that people like. I'm like, nah.
That's not.
I wrote
It's
this.
not what we do. Here.
Exactly. I told him, like, we do not do that here. We do not do
Yeah,
that.
dude. Let's. We're looking pretty good. Let's give it about another 15 minutes. And,
That's cool. I'm not done talking.
Yeah. Well, and we can go on for as long as you want. I just.
Hey, come on.
It'll be like an hour.
I'll finish this beer and then.
They keep fucking spilling all over the fucking floor.
That's on your end. It's not on mine.
Why is it not happening? Does this work? Does tapping on it actually do anything?
I do hard taps.
A hard tap.
Like a hard tap.
Like a...
See, let me see what
Yeah, just beat that ass.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, it got worse. It got worse.
Yo, my beard just jizzed all over me, man.
Oh, that was more of a squirt than a jizz.
Oh, it was, wasn't
That
it?
was...
Oh my God, oh my God.
What is squirting? Like,
Look.
I've never known. It's become more and more popular.
I was fucking with this chick, and she watches porn, and she said, "I want to squirt. What is it?" She says, "It's like, what is it?" I'm like,
I think it's a lot of piss.
"That's what she said." Like, I think it's piss. I'm like, I think it is piss.
I think it's a lot of piss.
I mean, I said, have you ever made a girl squirt?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did that feel to you? It was weird to me.
Primal. That's like the only way I can really describe it. It was
so weird.
It was primal. It wasn't with someone that like I'm particularly like.
It's usually with somebody that you don't like.
I'm fine with all my prior partners and shit, but it's not like. It wasn't like the sexiest moment. It was more of just like a primal animal moment where I was just like, oh, human bodies are fucking crazy.
Gross.
Yeah, I mean,
when it happens,
here's the thing.
like,
I like gross. I'm into gross. Like, I like a little bit of musk under the armpits.
Oh, I'm into that.
You know, I like a little bit of gross, but
a little sweat. It works.
Yeah, but like that was just. It wasn't attractive nor unattractive. It was just kind of a reality of human nature.
Yeah, I'm looking
and it was just it felt more scientific than it did sexual. You know what I mean?
I don't know how it happened, but like, you know, like I said, I'm not gonna say your name because you probably listen to it. You know who you are. I made you squirt, and
did you make her squirt with your dick though, or like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, mine was hand.
No, like we were, we're doing it, fucking. Vaginal intercourse and shit, and just out of nowhere, oh my God, I just heard, oh my God, you made me squirt. I'm like, no shit.
You just saw leaking.
And then I looked at the mattress. I'm like, oh, high five. Okay, no, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Put a towel down.
Are you sure you didn't just jizz a whole bunch?
Oh no, I wasn't done. Like she just was like, oh, it's.
That's what's up though. I mean, it's not. I'm like not a. It's not like an unattractive. It's funny that it's like it's picking up though. It's picking up traction. It's trending right now.
It is.
People like their squirting. Like if you go to these campsites, dude, like ladies have like tarp set down, and they're like make me squirt.
Like I said, you said you're gross. I'm into the gross. I watch porn at least like every day, if not every day. Like, yo, fucking squirting is in. It's always been in, but like I said, when the girl said I want to squirt and she's never squirted before, I'm like, wow, that means that it's, this shit is catching on.
It's catching on, yeah.
It's catching on. Like I remember when, I was a young guy, like 15, 16, I first saw it like in a porn. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Did she just pee? Did she come? Like what the fuck is going on?
Women
here?
coming was like as a teenager, like what? Women come?
That was my thing too.
Fuck?
And now, like, I'm on the hunt for Red October with that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I tell every chick,
you want them to come while they're on their period. I get it.
That too.
Yeah. You want to get a little mixture in there.
Wait, what a crimson tide. It was an anomaly to me. Like women can ejaculate, and so like now I'm like,
and then you get excited about it.
Now I'm like, you better do.
I feel like even you being a little older, like at least our generation was more focused on. I think more focused on pleasing women than our prior generation.
I'm definitely into
like it's really weird for me to just get off and just then be like, that was it.
Thing now,
like, no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it.
My whole thing now is like. And it's so corny to say because it's definitely like a Cinemax movie moment where like I'm done, I do my thing, and I roll over like, was it good for you? If she says no, I didn't come, or it wasn't good, I'm like, let me just wipe this off. What
do we gotta do?
Well, what's it gonna take?
Get the old cranking dildo mechanism out.
Oh yeah, we get the bzzz.
No, I like the hand crank, like those original ones. You ever see the patents for them? It's like from like 1879. It's like
one of those.
It's like a fucking like a piece of like at the end of a pool stick attached to a hand crank.
I've seen
and
one
it's like
of those.
a drill.
I told you, gross, man. They just. I thought that it was one of the like an old timey.
Yeah, it's like that's like the first original like
Yeah.
the patent documents.
The
like,
one I seen is it's crank operated shit,
Yeah.
but it's got the dildo on it.
Yeah, that's what I mean by the end of the
Pool
pool stick, but it was made out of wood back then because they didn't have plastic or glass. They weren't doing any of that. This is all.
Yeah, well, this
is just
like,
wood.
yo,
This is just nicely, probably not nicely sanded and polished wood. It's probably
splinters.
It's
all
probably
in
just a
shit.
branch off a tree and.
Splinters
God.
are all in
And I think they
shit.
used to do it for medicinal reasons back then.
Oh,
Like they would
right.
call women hysterical because they weren't having orgasms, and so if they gave them an orgasm, women would chill out. This is like the way doctors used to do shit back then. Yeah.
Well, that was back when doctors used to give you cocaine. You wasn't.
Miss the good old days.
Those good old days. Like, oh, you feel the old down? Take some.
Now they just give you
cocaine.
Adderall, which is the
take
same
some
fucking
cocaine.
thing.
Take some cocaine, you'll be all right.
God, man.
But nah, I mean, me, if my girl don't get off, man, or whoever I'm fucking around with, you're not getting off, I'm not doing a good job. Like I said, let me just.
Every now and then it's nice to just like, like an early morning fuck where they're like, I don't really care, but like,
Yeah, those are
like,
cool.
You just wake up with a raging boner and they're just like, yeah, let's
and
do
then they
this,
just rub it on and rub
Yeah.
yeah, okay, all right. And they're not into coming.
Because
They just wanna get you off.
sometimes I've been with girlfriends that they're like, orgasm is not the goal of sex for them every time.
No.
It's closeness, it's touching, it's all the other stuff that comes with sex.
Here
Where
we
like
go.
men are like, get off. That's
Yeah,
the only reason we do
that is
this.
it.
It's it. Which I like that shit. I like all the touchy feely. I'm a pretty sensitive dude.
Yeah, I'll never forget. Like when I first got with my girl, she was like, you held me all night. And I was like, okay. She was like, nobody's held me before. I was like, really? She was like, after sex, nobody holds me, and you held me, and that means a lot. I'm
There
like,
you go, man.
she's like, that was better than She's like, I didn't have to climax. You did that for me, just holding me close.
It's like, oh shit, can I get away with this every time?
That was what I thought it was gonna be like, but then sometimes she's like, oh, I'm not done. We're not done.
But I'm gonna hold you.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm tired. I just want to just wrap my hand around you, But I don't know. Like you said, some women, they're not really into it. They just want to be held.
I mean, just not every time.
Not every
It's
time.
not-
A little bit. Of
I know there are
intimacy.
women, if they're listening to this, just be like, "Fuck you, misogynist pricks."
No,
we
no,
like
I
to
mean,
come too.
And I'm all
Like,
about
of
it.
course, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all
not
about
saying
it.
We're not
Like,
saying that.
Women.
I've just been with people where they're like, the orgasming is not necessarily the only reason to have sex.
Yeah.
Which is not a crazy thing to
They,
say.
like you said, they're into more like the intimacy.
Some of them.
Like
Sometimes,
are you gonna
yeah.
hold me? Are you gonna touch me? And soothe me?
Yeah,
like, they're
just
into
finger my
that.
butthole.
But then there's some women like, yeah, put it in my ass.
Put it in my ass.
Like,
Tight.
okay.
Tight. You got condoms?
Ooh, it is tight. Yeah. Ooh, ah, ooh.
Have you've done anal? I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
You fan?
I mean, it depends on the type of movie. How many blunts have I smoked? How many beers have I had?
I feel like it'd be weirder if I were like really stoned for it. I'd be like,
First time I done it, it was a mistake, and I was super high. And
like being drunk, you're like, fuck it, I'll put my dick in
like
a
I was
goddamn
really
meat
high.
grinder. I don't give a shit.
like back then, I didn't really drink that much, but she's like, well, that's the wrong one. I'm like, oops, sorry. And I was gonna move. She's like, no, keep it there. Let's see how this works. I'm like, all right.
Alright, well, I'm pretty sure it works by me putting my dick up your butt.
And it worked. It worked. It worked well.
Wow.
I don't know. Some chicks are really into it, and that's what kind of throws.
I've never been in with anyone that's like really into it.
No, like I fucked this one chick. That's all she wanted. Like I'm giving her the biz, and then I don't know. She's like, no, stop. Put it in my ass.
Why?
I'm like, what?
What is this vagina nonsense?
Exactly. She
here?
was like, okay, like stop. Like, just put it in my
Damn.
butt.
You ever been pegged?
No.
Would you be willing to? Because I got a strap over here. And, like I can just tuck my penis between my legs, put the strap on over my groin,
I'm not going.
and we could peg a little bit.
I'm not going.
Not doing it.
I appreciate the.
What if I had like hot tits?
You probably do under that hoodie.
You think you're gonna our tits, dude?
You probably got some hairy tits.
Yeah.
I got some hairy breasts. And so I like girls who like to fuck with my nipples. You know, they're like little chocolate chips.
Dude, nipples are like the forgotten like answer into a man's heart.
Here's the thing though, like
shit.
I just realized like some girls don't like that.
Nipple play?
No.
I'm all about it, dude. If I can't slam my face and like slobber all over the tits, dude, I'm not.
If I can't motorboat, I'm
mean,
not
dude,
a big titty guy. I'm an ass man because I'm black. You
dude,
know, I like
I'll
big
pour
butt.
some Fun Dip down on there and lick it off. You know, I'll just I like Maker's Mark over the nip.
Oh
suck
yeah,
that off, you know?
I've done that. I've done. There was. She's not gonna listen to it anyway. My ex, she.
Obviously, you had say a name, so it's fine.
I'm not gonna say her name, but
what's her name? I'm kidding.
No.
Don't say it. Say it.
My kids might grow up and listen to this. Anyway, like, you know, when I first got with her,
kids.
she had the hello kids, it's bedtime. But like we had the whipped cream that had vodka in it, and so I put
yeah.
and then like you crack it with her ass or something. I don't know.
Wait, you were licking it out of her ass?
Nah, she didn't want me to go that low, but like just
on the side, just where you do the cocaine off of, like that part.
Like if I was doing some.
That's my You ever done cocaine off of a shaft of a penis?
No, I have not.
Dude, you should try it sometime. It's tight.
You've done it?
No.
How do you know it's good?
I mean, maybe. I've done a lot. I've blacked out many a time.
I've only done coke once, and I got a coke story before we get up out of here. Like that.
Hell yeah, coke stories. I got like 1,800. Let's do it.
All right, so first and only time I've done cocaine, it was my best friend's birthday, and you know he's got we're raging. He got a nice little party going. Blah blah blah. It's on campus, and you know. We go upstairs, we're smoking weed, chilling, and then he's like, dude, you should just do like one line with me. I'm like, nah man, I don't fuck with that.
How old were you?
24, 25.
Okay.
So
it's a good age to start.
Yeah. So I just told him like, nah, I won't do it. He's like, well just do a bump. Just do a little bump. And that's it. Yo, if I do a bump, you'll leave me alone. He's like, yeah, sure. I'm like, all right, bet. So I do the bump. Didn't really care for it. I was like, it's not kicking in. The drive home. I'm like, oh shit.
Start grinding your teeth a little bit. Ooh. Feel the drip come down.
The drip.
Then the adrenaline rushes in.
Yeah, the drip was what got me like, oh fuck. So then I get back to the house.
Just dry heaving on the way.
I get back to the house. My roommate, he's like my other best friend. And he's like, yo, we got these bitches over here. Boom, boom, boom. And one of these chicks, I've been trying to fuck for forever. Like, I was trying to fuck her for the longest time ever. And, you know, I was over there coked out, was trying to be cool, you know, like, I might cross my
Which is, like, not cool.
Exactly. You know, the whole time I'm like, no, God. So I'm fucked up. And so she's like, let's go to your room. I'm like, all right, boom. So we go to the room, and, you know, I'm like, at this point, I'm like, yo, it's going to happen tonight. But before I do it, she's like, well, I've never done it before. I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, well, I'm only 19. I'm like, you had a boyfriend for like 2 or 3 years. You guys didn't fuck? She was like, no. Never done it. I want to do it with you. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, this girl is giving me her virginity.
Oh, man.
Well, I am coked out of my
Never had
I am blown right now. Like, I am lit. I'm like, all right, fine. So the first time I did coke, I took somebody's virginity.
And it worked?
Peenster
was working?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It wouldn't stay hard for that. Like a couple strokes. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because it's so tight. Her shit was so tight. It was so wet. I'm like, it's not staying in there. I don't even think I finished that night. But she was like, oh my God. I had to change my sheets and everything.
Oh God. Yeah, I've never had sex with a virgin. I think that ship is sailed for me, dude.
Yeah, right. We're at the age now.
Even if I meet
shouldn't be taking somebody's.
Even if I meet like a 29, someone my age, 29-year-old virgin, I'd be like, something's wrong.
Something is definitely wrong.
Something's wrong. This is gonna be way too weird.
Like, you know, I got an 18-year-old little sister. I'm pretty sure she tells everybody to this day she's a virgin, but I'm pretty sure somebody's fucked her. And if nobody's fucked her, I would be worried. Because, hey, when I was 18...
do you think kids should start fucking? Like, when did you lose your virginity? 9?
Oh no! I wish I was that cool. I know some motherfuckers who was like,
You think
9
that's cool? That's not cool. That's fucked up.
Well,
the first kid out of our friend group that lost his virginity, we were in junior high, I want to say 7th grade, maybe 8th grade. So we're fucking, 12? Okay. 11 and 12.
I knew people was fucking.
And dude lost his virginity using saran wrap and a rubber band to his second cousin. How Ohio white trash is that shit,
That's
dude?
fucking bad.
Like the age, the
age,
things used,
who you're with,
and the things
and
used.
what you apply as a fucking contraceptive. That shit is all the way bad.
So fucked up.
No, I mean,
these are kids, like his brother, when we go hang out at his house, this is just to set you up what kind of family this was.
Yeah.
When we would go hang out at his house, which is all the time, we're all skateboarders and shit, his brother would have bamboo, like, rods, giant ones.
Yes.
And would just come in and just start beating the fuck out of all of us. We used to do that thing where you press your neck up against the wall to pass out.
Yeah.
We used to do that
We
shit.
used to do that
we
too.
were, like, it was a shit show of
We
a
would do
fucking
the
group. It was like a compound, basically.
Yeah, we were like, who wants? Our thing was who wants to
Smoked
go
weed
to
with them
sleep.
the first time. Like, it was all, that was that shit.
Yeah, our thing was who wants to go to sleep. And that was our thing. Who wants to go to sleep? And then they're like,
One of our friends had a seizure, and that's when we stopped doing it. We were like, this is too fucked up. And like, what's the benefit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Then we just discovered whippets, and they're like, oh, this is way safer.
Oh, no. Like, I know, yeah.
Safer.
Yeah, like they said, for the record, like, my best friend, like, fucking, the godfather of my fucking daughter, he's a white guy. And they, skaters, whippets, like, his whole scene was like Kids. You know, you see the movie Kids?
Yeah, no, that's how it was
like,
growing up, man.
Like
I mean, we weren't doing heroin.
No, or nobody had AIDS back then either, I hope not.
No. People were doing heroin, but that was like the older group, and they didn't bring.
So what was they? What
were
were they doing? Were they shooting? Are they snorting? Are they smoking?
All of the above. Man.
Oh my god!
I did heroin when I think I was like 20.
I haven't touched it.
I did it like 3 times and smoked it and never. It just didn't. I don't like pills. I don't like.
I know. I do.
Opiates. I like weed,
pills.
but
I like pills a lot.
I'm more of a like meth was my shit.
You was into meth.
I was addicted to meth for a little bit.
Oh man, why do I sense that you was into meth?
I mean, my whole thing joke is about me looking like a meth.
Why do I sense
I'm
like
fucking crazy?
I can sense
and
the
also
meth,
when I was 17 the first time I did meth, and I was on it for like maybe like a month, and then I was 19 and I was on it for like 3.5 months, and then I had to I had to tell him. That was the only time I've ever told myself I can never do this drug. I just love it so fucking much, and I saw where my life was going. I was just like, no. So I just pulled myself out of that one. That was.
I knew like one person who did meth, and I'm like, man, like you fell off.
It's the best fucking drug you can do, and it's
really cheap though, right?
No.
Not cheap?
No, it's not cheap.
So
it's not like Coke expensive, but
yeah, because my friend like I said, he was like he was like, dude, I got this fucking Coke. Are you gonna snort it or not? Because he was trying to be stingy with it. He's like, I'm saving you a line. The rest of it, I'm about to put in my motherfucking pocket. Do you want this Coke or not? That's all I got proposition with that. But now me, I was talking to my girl about it. Like, she asked me, like, how many drugs have you done? And on my side of the family, I've done a lot of drugs because I went to college. So I did opium.
Never done opium. That'd be tight though. My whole thing.
It wasn't bad.
My whole thing is, I want to do every drug twice because you don't really know how you feel about it after the first time.
So have you smoked?
After
crack?
the second time, I've smoked crack.
Okay.
After the second time is when you realize, oh, this isn't for me, or oh, this is really bad, or so like crack. I did. I smoked crack twice, and after the second time, after the first time, I passed out in the middle of High Street. My friends had to pick me up in the middle of the night, literally out of the street.
What was the high like? Because like I said, I've never done it.
Anger, a lot of just tension, a lot of unhappiness and pessimism. It's not like I don't understand why. It doesn't sound like a good high. It's not fucking fun at all. And so the second time I did it, like after the first time I was like, oh, I was just wasted. I smoked crack. I passed out. It was a horrible.
So you probably just lit before.
Whatever, yeah, I thought that. And then I did the second time, and then that's when I was just like, I woke up in the middle of the night, called my girlfriend at the time, started screaming at her about nothing. And I was just like, oh yeah, this is not, like, it's not fun I like fun drugs, you know what I'm saying? Like, meth was fun because you could stay up all night doing whatever the fuck.
What would you do on meth?
Watch Stanley Kubrick movies while,
That's always cool.
While, like, building, like, something out of just boxes and you would just do anything. Like, you would just take stuff apart.
You was just staying up watching, like, Clockwork Orange?
Just watching fucked up shit like that and just, it was weird, but...
Nah, I haven't fucked with it.
Write really bad poetry. That was fun.
I did opium. I did oxy.
You like tripping?
Oh yeah. Oh, I haven't done Sid though. No, shrooms.
You like shrooms?
Oh yeah, that's the shrooms is the shit. I've done it twice now. The first time that I did shrooms was actually the first time I appreciated Empire Strikes Back because me and my friend were like, we're just gonna fucking trip and watch the original trilogy. And I'm like, all right, cool. So we ate some, a couple stems, boom, 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 and then he passed out after A New Hope, but I was up, watching fucking Empire. And I'm like,
it's weird. It'll knock you out sometimes, and then sometimes it'll just give you a fucking...
Yeah, and I was smoking weed at the time, too. So...
You were just like, this is fun.
I'm like, wow, there's fucking robots. And, it was dope. And, like, I don't mind shrooms at all.
I like tripping. Tripping to me is very important.
It's way cooler.
I think it's important. Like, I was massively depressed a few years back, and I just couldn't get myself out of it. And I bought a strip of acid, and every night after work, I would go home and I'd cut off a tiny little sliver, just a small little sliver.
Yeah.
And I'd eat it, and I'd play Wii golf for like 5 hours a night.
That sounds cool.
I would do that for like 4 nights in a row, take a night off, do it for 2 nights, take a night off, and just rinse and repeat.
So, like, how long is, like...
It took me a month to get through that strip.
Yeah.
And my depression, I couldn't even conceptualize it anymore after that. It was just, it was gone.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a thing anymore.
It sounds like
I didn't have to work through anything. All I had to do was just microdose and meditate, basically, by playing Wii golf, which I got so fucking good at this game.
Right.
You
get like that zen-like focus with that shit.
I got to a weird, crazy level in that game where, like, they wouldn't give me any more experience points. Like, I was
You maxed out?
Dude, I was killing that fight. I could have won world tournaments with this shit.
Maxed out.
It was just because I was doing it for, I was probably like 180 hours that whole month that I played Wii golf while microdosing. So sometimes I would feel it, sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes, and I also had the beer, drink a 12-pack while I'm doing it.
So
but
like,
it was amazing.
How long do you stay high with acid?
Depends on how much you eat.
Oh, okay.
But say you take a hit, I mean, it's probably like anywhere from 7 to 13 hours.
Yeah, when I fucking did shrooms, like at least the second time, we were fucking high for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like after we...
Dude, you eat a lot? Sometimes you're tripping for like 20 hours straight.
Oh yeah, I mean
and it's fun too. You just have to make sure you don't have anything to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. It was a Sunday afternoon. It was a Sunday afternoon.
Go out with your boys and just, if I could just take it as a vacation.
Yeah, it was a Sunday afternoon. We were just chilling around the house, and the first time around, we just put it in like a PB&J when we watched Star Wars. So for the second time around, he's like, well, shit, I'll just make us a tea and just drop it in there if you want. I'm like, all right, cool. So sipping tea, fucking wasted. We watched The Lost Boys, a whole bunch of like Tales from the Crypt episodes, and we played Guitar Hero.
There you go.
Probably
like really good at it.
Oh my god, I got the perfect score on fucking Bulls on Parade.
Like, shit, dude. Have you ever done comedy tripping?
No, not yet. I plan to do it one time.
It was the worst experience of my life. Is that Ethel's? I was on mushrooms. I was on the piano. I was doing one of my piano sets. And dude, I would set up the joke, laugh or like smile really big, and then just not finish it. So it was just all set.
So did anybody laugh?
People were laughing because they were like, something's wrong with. And then halfway through my set, I'm just like, I'm tripping my shit off right now. And people like fucking, they loved it.
Yeah.
For me, it was one of the worst sets I've ever done because I just literally could not finish a joke.
But you kept it real. You told everybody
it was
what's
funny.
going on.
It was funny, and people knew, but it wasn't. It was a bad set. People liked it, but for me, it was a bad set. I was like, I'm never doing that again. I like to be able to finish my fucking jokes.
Comics are always our worst critics. Like, if we don't like it,
for sure.
Then it's probably like a failure.
Speaking of which, let's wrap it up a little bit. You got any gigs coming up?
Yes, I do. I have fuck, because now I'm kind of stoned.
You a little drunk?
A little bit.
I'm about to
Take
have one, dude.
Take one more of those for the road. I'm gonna be at the fucking Bonanza on February the 14th. It's a Valentine's Bosco's. Holy shit!
Is on South High. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Is it a Bosco Bonanza?
Is this the place you were telling me about?
Yes.
Maybe the title of the show is the Bosco Bonanza or some shit.
I think so. Just give me one moment to fucking get it all together.
Sure, I'm gonna go use the restroom and just plug your shit while I'm doing that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Work?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that while this gentleman here takes a pee. But yeah, I have a show coming up here on February the 14th. It's gonna be at Bosco's, the Bosco Bonanza. It's gonna be a Valentine's Day themed joint. So you guys definitely come out, check it out. It's got a lot of great comedians. It's going to be on February the 14th, Valentine's Day, 8 o'clock. Definitely come out. Free cover, so be sure to fuck with it. You can catch me on Instagram at Stevey J from around the way, and there's a whole bunch of underscores in there, but yeah, it's all caps, so definitely fuck with that. It's all caps because I do it big like that, and that's that. And here comes Logan, and I think that's about it.
Cats are fighting outside.
Oh no, so yeah, we definitely gotta wrap this shit up. We don't want a fucking homicide out here.
That'd be tight. Sweet Pea would probably lose. She's got her claws removed.
That's a big cat, though.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Chug it.
Dude, it just gets worse and worse somehow.
It does. What happened to the beer?
This is what happens when you buy beer from a fucking corner store.
I buy beer from a corner store all the time.
12 packs?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I am a single.
You buy singles. That's what I'm
I buy
saying.
the 24-ounce boy.
Yeah,
so.
they sell, this place is so fucking sketchy. They sell, pints, like 16 ounces for $1. Like, no tax. Like, they basically clearly buy 6-packs and then just take them off the individual thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You can't, I don't think you can do that.
Yeah, you motherfuckers is getting over it.
Not for individual sale. And $1 for a beer, for a 16 ounce is pretty fucking cheap.
That's really good.
So I think it's just because people walk in there with change all the time. It's just one of those, like, they sell singles. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those fucking places.
You stay in the hood. If they sell single cigarettes,
This is a weird, like, it's the hood, but it's not the hood.
No, where we're at now, it's not.
Because we have the benefits of, like, nationwide.
And the fucking hospital was like.
There's, like, rich people across the street.
Oh, yeah.
But then there's, like, poor people right next to them. And then you have, like, us who are just, like, a mixed bag of artists, which is, we don't have any money.
I've lived here on the side of town for, like, 20 years. That's why I go by Stevey J from around the way. Because I'm around the way from rich, poor, young, old, just around the way. And that's all I gotta say. That's it.
Hell yeah. You plug your shit?
Yes, I did.
You got Instagram and all that stuff?
Yes, I did.
Hell yeah.
All caps.
You know what's going on.
Stevey_J_from RFUM_Rounda_way.
You gotta get a new handle.
I am. I'm changing that this year. Be on the lookout for that too.
Dude, I'm sure is Stevey J taken?
Man.
If it isn't, you gotta snag that shit.
I haven't copyrighted it yet, no.
No, I'm just saying you gotta get that handle.
I haven't.
Because even Logan Steak was fucking taken. I had to change my shit to the Logan Steak, which is bullshit.
Like I was just saying, like, I have to put it in all caps. Yeah. Because if you just do it...
Well, you don't have to put yours in all caps. There's like 8 words in there and 4 underscores. Like,
it's 4 underscores.
That's too much.
I'm changing it this year, dude. Like, yo, like
this year. You can change it right now. You know?
I got a whole rollout that's gonna come with that.
Oh,
so
I see. You got a little media promoter, this sort of thing going on.
Yeah, believe me. If I ever get a chance to come back again,
yeah, we'll have you back for sure, man.
You'll hear.
We'll have you back like there's anyone else in here. I
said even Sweet Pea fucking dipped on us right now. Like,
yeah, Sweet Pea is like
it's not even happening. The cat is bounced on us right now.
Oh shit! All right, man. Well, it's been fucking great having you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely.
Have a good night.
You too. Yeah.